14 weeks to go, don't panic. Now, this week, we're just going to have a look at things that are happening in the digital department. And one of the interesting things that they're actually doing, which is quite an advancement on the work we did for Lord of the Rings, is in the area of digital doubles. It's tough to shoot live action interaction with creatures that are that big, but with digital doubles, it opens up a whole lot of opportunities to do interesting things.
Digital double is basically a high-tech stunt double for a character. So we'll put it into scenes where either it has to do something that a normal human would be killed in.
Like Kong picks somebody up, or a car takes somebody out on the street.
It also allows us to put actors into sets and environments that we never were able to build because they'd be too big. And it's much easier to use digital people rather than to have to shoot actors in front of blue screens and somehow fit them in, because that process has limitations. And yet with digital doubles, you're really unlimited in what you want to do.
And there's obviously a digital double and all the lead cast.
Our actors came, they shot the movie, and they went home again. But we can still do shots with our actors because we scanned them.
We set up a studio to take pictures of all the principal actors so that we can use the textures and put those onto the digital doubles that we're going to create. And then we can do horrible things with them, and it'll look just like they're the real actors.
All right, so it appears that I have officially been cloned. I think I'm going to go have lunch.
We need to get a really good performance because it's not enough to have the digital double just walk around with a fixed expression on their face.
Previs man, a winner every time. Can't beat Previs man.
Creating a digital double, it takes many departments within the facility to do so. Starts with modeling. The creature department goes to textures and shader department for the cloth simulations, the skin textures. Then it goes to lighting, where we're lighting the digital doubles into the shot and making sure that it looks seamless.
For the digital doubles, it's always a little bit more tricky because you want to be sure that they look exactly like the actors that you shot. So we have to be perfect. There is no room for freedom and creativity and imagination too much. And it starts from creating a perfect replica of her face and her body. We scanned her face, and that's what we're using. So at the end of that process, you just end up with a gray version of her. We have people with Photoshop and 3D paint tools who actually created textures for her.
Painting Naomi has been the biggest challenge that I've done because she's got beautiful skin, so it's very hard to replicate someone whose skin is so good. But then there's also the one slip. First of all, it's clean, and then she gets wet, and then it gets torn, and then it gets a bit more torn, and then it gets dirtier. So we have to match, every little nuance.
You also have people at the same time working on the animation rig, so people who are going to decide where the bones are, where the muscles are.
First step with digidoubles is having a way for the animators to put motion onto them, and for that we need a low-res puppet. Basically, it acts a little like a marionette. You're able to grab the various controls that we've added and pose the puppet.
So we'll take a kind of naked digital double and put clothing on them and make it kind of look natural.
And that's what they give me. And I use those textures to make her believable. So at the end of that, she looks like a perfect replica of Naomi Watts with the proper colors for her skin and the proper hair as well.
For someone like Anne, who's such a feature throughout the movie, and we don't want to throw her off a cliff, and we don't want to do anything dreadful to her, but we can do it to the digital double.
We come up with crazy stories, and the technology allows us to, today to create them.
Of course, digital doubles will never replace actors. I mean, that's the big fear, and I think it's a lot of old nonsense, really, when people say, oh, well, we won't need actors anymore, we've got digital people. But, digital people don't have hearts and souls, and they can't provide everything that an actor can provide in a performance.
It's you.